Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and hi. This is first time we are having career fair online. So please join us. Take the opportunity with us from 1st December until 15 December with many activities regarding graduate employability. You have the chance to meet the industry online, grooming, and there are many other activities related. So please visit Facebook CEM UPM for details and information. So don't forget to join us starting from 1st December until 15 December with the activities. So join us for better career. Yes,
join us for better career.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and hi. This is first time we are having career fair online. So please join us. Take the opportunity with us from 1st December until 15 December with many activities regarding graduate employability. You have the chance to meet the industry online, grooming, and there are many other activities related. So please visit Facebook CEM UPM for details and information. So don't forget to join us starting from 1st December until 15 December with the activities. So join us for better career. Yes,
join us for better career.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah and hi. This is first time we are having career fair online. So please join us. Take the opportunity with us from 1st December until 15 December with many activities regarding graduate employability. You have the chance to meet the industry online, grooming, and there are many other activities related. So please visit Facebook CEM UPM for details and information. So don't forget to join us starting from 1st December until 15 December with the activities. So join us for better career. Yes,
join us for better career.
Baiklah, Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera dan salam We Love UPM. Bersama saya Umar Haikal sebagai MC anda pada slot pagi ini. Selamat datang ke hari ketiga bagi program Virtual CE UPM Fest My Career at MOHI 2020 iaitu kerjasama antara Universiti Putra Malaysia dan Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi. Juga terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada semua penonton yang sudi meluangkan masa anda menyertai program ini. Apa khabar semua? All is doing well. Kenapa tiba-tiba saya guna bahasa Inggeris ni? Sebabkan pagi ini, kita akan mendengar perkongsian yang amat penting dan menarik daripada Madam Zeti Zambahri, HR Business Partner Bank Muamalat dengan tajuknya Conversing in English in Interview. Sebelum itu, jika anda mempunyai sebarang soalan yang ingin diajukan kepada Madam Zeti, boleh ajukan soalan anda di ruangan komen Facebook CEM UPM. Baiklah, tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, saya mempersilakan Madam Zeti untuk memberi perkongsian beliau. Silakan Madam.
Assalamualaikum semua.
Salam Madam.
Okay. Yes, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank to the organizer for this invitation. It is very new. That's what we call new norm, right? So I'm talking, seeing previous. Normally, I'm seeing the presence of the students when I give a talk, when I give a any sharing knowledge with the students. But now it's like just sharing through the webinar. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Zeti Zambahri. I'm a business partner, HR business partner, currently working with Bank Muamalat Malaysia, Berhad. I'm with the bank for 3 years, and previously I was in a different industry. It's a property developer. I'm in HR as a profession for more than 10 years. And I meet a lot of students, graduates, and also professionals who are looking for a job. And yes, since this is my forte, I would like to share with you all in terms of the technique, or in terms of the skills that you need to during your interview sessions. Okay, in terms of conversing, our title today is actually conversing in English in an interview session. All right. Okay, first of all, I understand that my audience, even though I can't see you guys, okay, I understand that you all maybe in the final year students will be graduating soon, or maybe you are students who are looking for an internship placement. Okay, so what I would like to share with you is actually how to convince the panel interviewer during the interview session. Okay, so for those who have experience before, like interview session, maybe you're looking for internship placement. So some of the questions they ask, especially for the students or graduates, they only ask about, okay, what is your tell me about yourself, why you choose this course, what is your contributions to this, what do you call it, during your study at any of the universities. So these are the common questions that they ask. Okay, first of all, what I would like to emphasize, or what I would like to share with you, is that the panel interview is actually looking at your presence. First of all, when you walk in, you see, when you walk in, and then the moment that you walk into the panel or the interview room, the panel interview is actually make a judgment whether you are actually, we can read your character already. Okay, so it is very important for you to build your confidence, okay, during the interview session. Okay, now we are talking about English. Okay, I understand that i I can say, not to say quite sad lah, but during the interview, most of you did not prepare yourself. It doesn't mean that you kena prepare tu maksudnya you all kena, sorry I have to mix the language so that you can understand better. So maksud what I'm trying to say is that you need to prepare in terms of your knowledge. Doesn't mean that when you need to prepare for the interview, you need to memorize. Let's say I ask you, okay, what do you know about Bank Muamalat? Then you tell me like macam you memorize something. So it's not, it doesn't work like that. So we want something that is actually fluent, which is actually, you know, you just go by the flow. Let's say the interviewer interrupt you during your you know, your sharing tu, then you definitely you'll be blank, like, what's that? Okay, mana I punya point tadi? I lost already. So the panel is actually can see it. We already know that, oh, you are actually memorizing something. So that's one part of it. Okay, there are a lot of things that actually I want to share, but okay, we just go. If you have any questions, as what Cik Umar mentioned just now, you can just throw the questions at the comment there, and then I will try to answer. Okay, first of all, you must understand that when you enter into a interview session, you are actually competing with thousands of graduates in Malaysia. We are not talking about Malaysia, but we are talking about local and also overseas students who want to come back, like Australia ke, yang belajar kat UK ke, Australia ke mana ke, they want to come back. So they also looking for a job. So same as you guys. Okay, so how you want to sell yourself? So this is where it's actually comes from you. Okay, like example, how you want to secure the job or how you want to secure the internship placement, right? So this is the something that you need to know, where it's actually about you. You means it comes from you. You see, it's actually how do you want to sell yourself. It's actually how you want to present yourself during the interview. What I mean is your ethic, your behavior, your body language is actually represent everything. Okay, and then how confident are you, how fluent are you in English, how, and the tone of your voice is also important. So we, from there, the panel interviewers can see or can feel that 80% or 50, or for a start maybe 50%. Okay, this is the candidate that we want. Okay, all right. And then how do you carry your knowledge? Say, let's say okay, during the interview session, normally involve HR as well as the business or any stakeholders. Okay, let's say we are talking about actuarial science students. Last 2 days, I interviewed for an internship placement. I interviewed three students from one of the local university, public university, one of the top actually. Unfortunate, the students is not ready, even though we already give an ample time in terms of the time and date of the interview sessions. So it is important for you guys to know when is the interview session. Okay, the interview. Let's say the interview session. Normally, the company will give you a week before the interview session. So you need to prepare yourself. Prepare means okay. I take an example of the actuarial science that I've met last 2 days. These students we already informed much earlier, which is a week, so it should be enough for the students prepared. Unfortunate, the students did not prepare in terms of the technical knowledge. What I mean is technical knowledge. Okay, HR normally will ask in terms of your behavior, in terms of your skill, in terms of your interest, and so on. But when it comes to technicality, the questions comes from the stakeholders. So let's say the stakeholders ask about your, in detail about your subjects or about your studies or about, and I can say the worst, if let's say the panel interviewer knows your lecturer, oh, that is actually something that you need to be careful, I can say. Okay, so when you want to what do you call it, enter the interview session, make sure that whatever that you studied is actually in your fingertips. You during your study you actually absorb everything, right? So absorb everything, then during the interview is the time for you to throw or to share with us whatever that you have learned. So it would be unfortunate if, let's say, the panel interview asks you about the questions that related to your study and you unable to answer it. So yeah, that when it happened, even the panel also cannot help you. Okay, so that is the most important, that you know how to carry your knowledge, you know how to carry your ability in terms of doing things, or in terms of preparing yourself. Okay, all right. Else, okay, the panel interview normally akan tengok or want to see how you respond. You see, very basic. Sometimes we just ask you where or what do you do during your free time. So it's not just we want to know, or just a busybody just want to know what you are doing during your free time, but it's actually we want to see the commitment. I say we want to understand you more. We want to know, because during the interview session normally 30 minutes or 45. The longest is actually 1 hour. If let's say a lot of questions that want to throw to you. So during this session is actually the best time for you to sell yourself, to share. Maybe you have same interest with the panel, you see, that makes an additional point to you to success in the interview session. Okay, all right. I'm more sharing with you in terms of during the interview session instead of conversing. All right. When we talk about conversing, right, in English, right, because introduction tadi, Umar did mention that, oh, hari ni kenapa Umar cakap bahasa Inggeris, because it's actually the session is actually in bahasa Inggeris. How you want to convince the panel interviewer in during the interview by speaking in English. Okay, from very simple. Let's say you want to you need to practice and to speak in English is actually you need to practice a lot, so that tak nampak awkward sangat during the interview. It's not like tomorrow interview, hari ni baru you nak cakap bahasa Inggeris, it will be very awkward to the panel. Panel kita akan perasan, oh shit, but we can see your effort lah. Let's say you want to speak in English. I can say most of the companies nowadays, even in Bank Muamalat also, we use English as our medium language. Is our we communicate a lot in English, even in the WhatsApp group. So we use a lot in English language. So how to convincing in English during the interview is actually you need to practice a lot. You need to talk a lot with your friends in English, because nowadays competing with as I mentioned just now, competing with the graduates, there are ramai yang mungkin you 3.8 and above, sorry, but if the moment that you can't speak, you can't articulate things, you can't share your thoughts, then it would be very unfortunate. We rather take those yang CGPA mungkin 3.5, but but they can sell themselves, they can show they can share their thoughts, and also they can speak well in English. So I would like to stress in for with you guys that during the interview session it is very important to well versed in English. Uma, ada any questions ke?
Ada.
Okay, can.
So untuk soalan pertama, ada audience kita yang bertanya, how to get a confident in interview, especially when we need to speak in English, because some of it might not really have a good English.
Okay. It's actually you need to build the confidence from the beginning. I understand. Like myself, I talk a lot in English with my kids, so that I want them to prepare when they go out to the universities, and also to working they are, at least they are prepared. Okay, it's quite tough kalau dalam jangka masa terdekat nak mention how we want to build the confidence. But what I can share with you is that keep on reading any English book, keep on talking, because okay, some of the people they like to read books, English books, read and talk different things. Talk is actually when you talk English with someone, you feel confidence sebab you dengar balik apa yang you cakap. So you know whether, oh, I salah cakap. Okay, so when you talk, you can listen back, and then you know, oh, actually I'm using the wrong grammar. Oh, actually I'm using, sometimes sometimes it's not apa orang kata, English tu macam grammar tu cloud sikit tak apa, tapi as long as you know, you have the confidence first. Okay, you need to read a lot, and then you need to talk a lot. That is most important. I know some of the ni banyak bahasa Melayu lah kan, jadi um, I faham, sebab I jumpa banyak sangat student yang interview, sama ada dekat Bank Muamalat ke, atau dekat my previous company ke. This is the same thing that I always cakap kat diorang. If you want to enter into a big organisation, you need to prepare yourself. You need to mentally, physically prepared. Okay, if let's say you are not ready, just go for a small company first, build your confidence, talk a lot in English, use a lot of English in your communications. Then if you feel confident, then only you can enter into a big organisation. It doesn't mean that bila you cannot converse in bahasa Inggeris, you cannot enter. No, it's not like that. It's just that confidence level. See, maybe you can. Okay, depends on the nature of job. Nature of job tu katalah doesn't require you to meet up with people, doesn't require you to do a lot of writings. Then yeah, maybe you success also. Okay, so don't make wrong judgment on that. It's just that the questions tadi kan, how to build the confidence. Ada question lain, Uma?
Ya, ada. Audience
Okay.
kita memang semangat slot kita bagi.
Boleh.
For the next question, ada yang tanya if beliau nak join interview for government job,
Okay.
dia memang kena bahasa Inggeris ataupun ada masa BM, ada masa Inggeris ataupun semuanya bahasa Inggeris?
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, because I have no experience working in the government, but some of the governments like Matric, certain government agencies, they use a lot of English language. So there's a lot of tests, exams that you need to sit, and all the exams are in English. You kena ada a few round of written exam, and then only face to face, also conducted in English. If you are talking about government, ada government agency yang lain mungkin tak perlu. So I'm not too sure. I'm so sorry. I can't answer on behalf of the government agencies. Ada any other question?
Untuk soalan seterusnya, is there any tip to hide feeling nervous masa tengah bercakap, sebab sometimes interviewer akan ask something that we never expect. So any tips from madam sendiri?
Any tips untuk apa? Macam mana tadi? Any tips to hide the nervous? Okay. Okay, dia macam ni. All the panel interviewers is actually akan tanya or will ask you until we feel comfortable, because hiring either internship or for the fresh grads punya position is actually a risk to the bank. Oh, sorry, I'm not representing the bank. It's actually a risk to the sekejap. I'll call back. Oh, sebab kerja sekali kan. Okay, Okay, the panel. Okay, I go back to my what I'm trying to tell just now. The panel interview is actually looking someone yang memang give benefits to the employer. So kita akan tanya, or the panel akan tanya any questions, because we want to see how first we want to see your confidence. Second, we want to see how you take up. Let's say you take up, meaning to say kita nak tengok kalau kita bagi you sesuatu in between during the interview tu, kita nak tengok how you react. You are you a person yang senang nak ni ke, atau memang are you all rounder person ke? Kalau bagi ni, oh dia boleh jawab. Kalau bagi ni macam ni boleh jawab. So nervous for us fresh grad, kita faham, okay, tapi jangan terlalu ketara. Maksudnya first thing from the beginning tu kita suara tu jangan menggeletar. Jadi try to relax. Relax means jangan nampak sangat kaku tu. Yang tu. So bila you terlalu kaku dari from the beginning, dia benda tu akan stiff, nampak kaku sangat. So akan obviously nampak. So be yourself. As I said from the beginning tu, jangan hafal, just be yourself. Cerita macam you bercerita dengan kawan you. So that is the best. So that you can hide whatever nervous dalam you. Kita faham you, the way that you duduk pun kita dah tahu. Alah takut sangat ni, mesti takut sangat ni. Cakap dengan kedudukan tangan you letak kat mana, eye contact you. Kalau you not nervous, you tengok eye contact all the panels. Kalau you nervous tu memang you akan tengok bawah, tengok kiri, tengok kanan. You don't dare to tengok mata. So try to avoid that. Sebab kita try to akan tanya you, sebab kita nak tengok you punya limit dekat mana. You ni jenis yang boleh, you know, jawab je. Atau you jenis dah bagi soalan kedua dah macam dah lost. Jadi macam mana nak enter into ni kan, nak employ you. So there's something like that lah. Okay, next.
Alright, next question. Contohlah kalau kita selalu orang ada confidence tu ada, tapi akan sampai one part yang bila soalan tu ditanya kita macam stuck, kosong. Macam
ada. Okay.
Ayat.
Akan berlaku kalau you all hafal. I perasan sangat. Hafal means sebab okay, contohnya benda yang bukan you all punya. Contoh for example, Umar, audience ni semua mix ke atau you boleh tengok audience ke tak boleh?
Mix macam mana tu?
Oh tak apa. Just. It's okay. Okay, apa benda nak cakap tadi? Tengok dah lupa. Okay, questions again? The question?
If we came across something that we really could not give an answer,
okay.
So how should we react under the keadaan situasi tu?
Okay, faham. Okay, normally it happen bila you hafal. Okay, contohnya kita akan tanya, okay, what do you know about so and so? Okay lah. Kita akan tanya, what do you know about bank Muamalat? So dia akan bagi tahu cerita dia apa, okay, CEO dia ini, produk dia ini, apa-apa. Lepas tu kita, the panel akan interruptnya. Sebab kita dah nampak, kita dah agak, okay, dia ini memang hafal produk, dia dah bersusun dah. Sebab dia, sometimes tu there are students yang memang baca, dia punya, the way that they presented tu, macam I punya website. Lepas, mission, ada CEO, lepas tu tiba produk. Macam, the flow is like that. So kita selalu akan interruptnya. Sebab kita nak tengok dia punya reaction tu. Memang dia orang akan blank. Okay, that's why I cakap, I advise don't, don't hafal. Don't hafal. What you need to know is actually the bank ni sama saja. Okay, I give an example because I'm working in the bank. Okay, contohnya kalau you nak pergi interview dekat bank Muamalat. Bank ni sama je. The different that you need to pick up is kita ni bank Islam yang keberapa? Okay, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad is actually number 1. So we are number 2. Yang tu first thing you kena tahu. And then second, produk kita, produk yang apa? Mestilah yang syariah compliant. So these are the keywords. So tak payah nak mention all the products tu. So these are the keywords yang the students need to pick up. And because we expect you, because you all are graduates, so we expect you, you know, you do your work extra mile sikit. Because bukan macam budak sekolah lah. I mean kalau lepas SPM mungkin kita boleh expect dia knowledge tak setahap tu. because you all after 4 years or 3 years of dekat universiti dah expose. So the orang kata general knowledge tu kena ada lah. So no need to hafal. So that bila kita tanya je tak adalah you macam blank, terus blank. Sebab the rest of the question kita akan tanya, kalau you blank tu, let's say I tanya you technical questions about regression, actuarial science students, I tanya regression. Kalau you tak tahu, you blank, yang tu something wrong with you already. Betul tak? Kan? So tak boleh lah. Jadi benda tu kena naturally, so that bila panel tanya, you answer it dengan lancar saja. Okay? Alright, next.
Right, Kak Peng Madam boleh teruskan dulu. Saya akan kumpul sekejap lagi, saya tanya balik.
Boleh. Okay, what else I want to share? Yeah? Okay, first I would like, second thing that I want to share with you is actually how to convince in English ni in order for you to win the interview session, you need to use your beautiful voice. Try to speak clearly. You bukan cakap dalam, I always bukanlah marah, I selalu cakap, you ni cakap macam cakap dalam kelambu pula. Halus sangat sebab you bukan duduk sebelah I. There will be a table jauh sikit. So bila kita duduk jauh tu, you need to use your beautiful voice, explain it clearly. Okay. Kalau you ada certain perkataan yang you rasa macam what language I should use, then actually the panel don't mind if you want to mix the bahasa. You can campur sikit bahasa but not too much. You need to understand, not too much. Then okay, with your voice too, the panel can feel the confidence level. Bila you cakap clear, jelas and fluent, tak perlu sangat English essence tu tak perlu sangat. So bila you cakap tu, panel pun rasa macam dengar dengan jelas dan we get the full information of yourself. Okay? Alright. Okay. What else? During the interview, sometimes I found out the students or the candidates did not properly macam tak ada etika. No proper ethic. Like give me an example. I'm not too sure whether the universities, because I selalunya after the interview session I like to share. I like to share after the panel semua dah keluar, then I talk one-to-one to the candidates. I akan tanya, dekat universiti tak belajar ke atau tak diajar ke etika etika untuk interview. Okay, first of all, how to actually from the beginning you masuk, you dah jalan straight with your good posture, then you sit down properly dekat chair tu, make sure that you sit down properly. Okay, yang itu akan automatically build your confidence, akan automatically you rasa yakin dengan diri you. Okay, because bila you masuk tu panel tu dah handsome dah smart dah, pakai blazer whatsoever nak interview you. Tapi kalau you masuk like how lembik-lembik, I know it's not sopan santun and lembik-lembik is different thing ya. Doesn't mean that I nak orang yang masuk macam kasar atau jalan macam tu. No. What I mean is bila you jalan properly, I didn't ask you to do jalan catwalk, but at least properly enter into the interview room, then automatically your confidence level akan muncul. See, bila you jalan, then you duduk properly, put your bag aside kalau ada kerusi. Kalau tak ada, put your bag dekat bawah, dekat kaki, belah kanan. Okay, belah kanan. And then silangkan kaki anda. Perasan during the interview session, guys lah especially suka pakai stocking yang pendek itu. It's not proper. Okay, it's not proper. I'm more sharing pasal presence during interview pula, but it's not about the English, conversing in English, because not much I want to share in terms of conversing in English. But you can tell, you can ask me questions. Just write up your comments there, and I will try to answer whatever questions that I can share with you. But I also would like to share with you in terms of your presence during the interview. Okay. Okay. Go back to this example now. For the guys, please, first, jangan pakai ketat sangat, the seluar. It's improper. And then make sure that the socks and the shoes is actually a proper socks and a proper shoes. All right. So, what else? For the ladies, nothing much. Baju kurung is actually okay, not a problem. Of course, you are looking for office attire. The proper office attire would be nicer. Okay, and when you sit down, facing the panel interviewer, make sure that you actually sit down. Don't move your chair left, right. Don't try to betulkan your tudung, because your tudung is actually already on top, so no need to touch anything. Don't try to betulkan you punya rambut, because you already enter and the panel is actually waiting for you to be ready. Okay. um okay, the most common I can say mistake lah, when you in the interview room, you always shake your leg or move around your chair, like pusing sana, pusing sini, pusing sana. I don't know what you are thinking about. I don't know why you are in the interview session. It looks like you keen for the job, but your presence doesn't tell that you actually keen for the job. So that is actually panel interviewer punya view. Okay, so just sit and then wait until the panel interview welcome you, bagi salam dekat you, then only you just respond like that. Or you can, when you enter, you also can give salam first, or just wish a morning or afternoon, something like that. Okay. Okay, then when you already like automatically confident, jalan masuk duduk dah confident, and then you can like betulkan suara like that, and then you can start. Let's say the interview, okay, so and so, tell me about yourself. Then you should tell about yourself, why you're there, a bit of your family background. Don't too much. Tak payah nak cerita abang kerja mana, apa, adik, kakak semua, no need. Just make it simple. How many siblings, that's all. And then why you are in that course. And then if let's say the questions are straight away asked about your participation, then you share a lot of your participation. Sekarang ni kita, sebab students terlalu ramai kan, jadi most of the employers is actually looking for all-rounder students, meaning the students is actually excel in their education. Not only excel in their education, but also they are holding few jawatan, like president so and so, active in the sports, and then represent the universities up to universities level. So this kind of people yang most of the employer cari. So if let's say you not an active person, okay, tak apa, tapi try to sell yourself that you are a contributor to your group assignment. You are a leader to your group assignment. So share in terms of your participation, your contributions to your study, and also to your university. Okay. All right. What else? Okay. Any questions ke Omar?
Ada.
Okay.
Alright. Untuk soalan, sebab tadi Madam dah terangkan, explain little bit pasal soalan please introduce yourself. Tapi
Yeah.
mungkin saya nak minta Madam untuk mungkin boleh share kira macam jawapan bocor lah Untuk
Okay.
untuk soalan please introduce yourself tu, apa sebenarnya panel nak daripada please introduce yourself?
Okay. Okay. The panel is actually not really okay, depend know about you lah. Basically, we want to know about you, and then how do you how do you spend your time, because you are a students, unless you an experience that one, different different kind of view the panel would like to see. But when panel asks you, okay, tell me about yourself, just briefly tell about yourself, where you came from, and then the most that we want to see is actually your behavior, your attitude. What kind of person are you? Are you a contributor kind of person? Are you a leader kind of person? Okay, how is actually you tell us what is your contribution to your university. Macam I cakap tadi, tell me about yourself too. It's not only a bit of your family background, a bit of your why you choose that course, and then more towards your contribution, your participation. Let's say you tak ada jadi presiden, is okay. But if let's say you contribute, you just quote an example. Oh, for the last give me an example. Okay, for the last assignment, so and so, for subject so and so, I apa I lantik diri I sendiri untuk jadi team leader for that assignment, and apa all my team members have dapat A ke apa ke. So that what I want to see about yourself. It's not about only your name, your age, where you live. No, it's not. It's actually beyond that. Hopefully I'm answer I answer. I giving the tips already.
Alright. So
Okay.
yang ada for the next question, dia macam 2-in-1 lah question. But
Okay.
kita macam alang-alang madam sendiri pun daripada bank. And
Okay.
soalan ni ada tanya, adakah banks hire computer network fresh graduates, and if ada, apa soalan yang selalu kira macam soalan spot yang akan ditanya?
Okay. I represent HR. The first question, for time being, for the next year, because kita dah December, so for this year kita dah tak ada no new hiring. But unless kalau yang bertanya tu looking for internship, yes, we do take interns throughout the year. Either IT background or whatever background, kita memang ambil. Finance ke apa ke, kita memang ambil. Except for next year, new hiring will be very niche position. Niche position is actually very specific. So just now apa IT related, I'm not too sure whether there is an opening for next year. Okay, tips. As I said just now, it's not only IT, but other technical questions. For example, because I represent the HR, I only ask about behavioral, your competency, your leadership, whatsoever. But when it comes to the technical questions, let's say it's a students, finance students, or let's say it's a IT students. So normally they will ask what you are studied that they can be implemented into the workforce. Give an example, let's say finance, taxation. Kita akan tanya benda perkataan yang related to tax. So the panel from sekejap I'll call later. I'll call later. You want to send the car, is it? I'll call later. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So benda kalau in terms of technical questions, the other panel interview will ask. So kalau tips tu, you need to, macam I cakap tadi, you need to equip yourself with the knowledge. Tak boleh nak datang or nak attend the interview without you tak faham. Give an example macam I cakap tadi, during the interview with siapa tu? Actuarial sign. So dia tanya regression, all is actually questions related to what you are studying. So kalau you tak boleh jawab, then difficult lah. Difficult for the panel interview to consider your application. Okay? Alright.
For the next question, is it okay if we speak in dua language during interview session, ataupun kita just stick dengan one language? Sebab kadang-kadang kita tak pasti apa perkataan tu dalam bahasa Inggeris, jadi kita terguna bahasa Melayu.
Boleh. Okay. Okay.
And apa jadi kalau tiba-tiba tengah syok-syok cakap tu tiba-tiba ada termasuk lah kat belakang. So, kita bahasa Malaysian kan. And tiba-tiba lah kat belakang. Dia akan effect ke macam mana?
Okay. The first question tu I think tadi I dah jawab. Actually it's okay to mix. Sebab kadang-kadang you macam terblank. It's normal kan. Lepas you cakap apa bahasa Inggeris tu, macam tiba-tiba je you blank. Boleh you cakap. Tapi as I said, don't too much in bahasa Melayu. Okay, jangan from saya macam ni, saya lepas tu, atau it's improper actually. You request the interviewer, boleh tak saya explain dalam bahasa Melayu? Actually is improper lah, okay. Unless kalau the panel kata you ni susah sangat cakap bahasa Melayu lah, so that I senang faham, itu lain cerita. Kalau panel yang minta itu different story. Let's say interview tak minta pun, and then you can't ni, you nak guna satu dua perkataan tu, is okay. Second one, lah. Try not to. Sebab kita biasalah, and then I perasan the language that you the language that you've been that the Gen Y been using, banyak yang I cakap macam banyak kena potong lah. WhatsApp jadi WhatsApp. So I mean giving just an example. So try not to, okay. Try to use the normal English. Sebab kalau you ada written test, lagi susah untuk you nak jawab sebab you dah terbiasa dengan bahasa-bahasa yang singkat ni. Okay, so that's the tip. Tapi kalau terlalu banyak sangat, that's why lah, dia macam improper lah. Okay, as I said, you need to remember that the most important thing, you want to secure the job, you want to secure the placement. Tapi kalau you lose the opportunity ni bukan datang berkali-kali, datang sekali je. Jadi kalau you tak ambil apa orang kata, tak ambil serius, dengan just kadang-kadang tu faham macam seronok bercerita tu keluarlah. Kalau you tanya I, it's okay, but jangan terlalu bila bercerita jangan terlalu gairah sampai semua keluar lah. So it's improper lah. Okay, unless kalau session tu dah sejam lebih, then sometimes it tends to be casual. When it comes to casual tu dah okay dah. Bila dah sampai tahap casual tu biasanya panel rasa confident dengan you dan rasa macam there is a chemistry. Bila dah ada chemistry tu yang you akan nampak the panel tu dah dia macam what do you call it, macam selesa dengan you, dan dia akan jadi something yang casual, yang spontaneous and casual. So that one allow. Tapi kalau from the beginning you nak adalah tu ada effect sikit lah. The panel biasanya kurang berkenan. Something like that. Okay, next question.
Saya kumpul lagi soalan.
Okay, boleh.
Lepas, jadi madam boleh sambung.
Alright. Okay, what else I want to sambung? I would prefer kalau ada questions then I explain what to do or how to do, you see. So kalau tak ada tu, I think most of the questions tu most of the questions tu I can answer and then I can help you how. Sekejap I baca kalau ada things. Okay, first thing, as I mentioned just now, when you got the opportunity to attend for the interview, take it seriously. That's my advice. Take it seriously, meaning bila you dapat interview, call for an interview tu, make sure that you prepare yourself. Sebab during this pandemic, I would like to share with you lah. I've been last 2 weeks, I interview, I think 250. It's not students, it's actually ramai, merata-rata, from all backgrounds, yang ada yang fresh grads, mostly fresh grads, And then the second population came from yang kena buang kerja. So bila you dapat panggilan interview tu, make sure that you actually prepare, because you are actually not only competing with the graduates, but you're also competing with the rest of the yang pekerja yang kena buang kerja, you see. So they also looking for a job, so they also looking for a placement that they can, they can earn, even though tak sama dengan gaji yang diorang pernah dapat dulu. So it's quite sad actually, but in terms of placement yang kita ada pun tak banyak, not much opportunity that we can give to you all. So as I said, employer atau the panel or the employer, we are looking for the best out of the best. So let's say you tak all out during the interview, you tak give your full commitment during the interview, you'll be losing in getting the opportunity. So that's my ni lah. For the last 2 weeks organized by Penjana, the government initiative. So it's a good initiative, but sadly said that memang ramai sangat pencari kerja sekarang ni. So I advise you, you're fresh grad, most of the employers sekarang memang nak cari fresh grad. Then try to open, try not to limit yourself, meaning to say, macam tadi ada question, nak kerja government saja. Yes, it's good. But sometimes in this situation, if you have no choice, then you have no choice. But to open the opportunity to, you give chance to yourself to do other things. Yang mana mungkin you tak tahu, you sesuai untuk buat benda tu. Bila you explore, baru you rasa, oh actually I'm good in this, you see. And then try not to, let's say you are apa background katalah what background study lain daripada bidang you, and then you need to do sales. So if let's say there is no job outside there, then if let's say it's need you to do sales, then just try. Okay, so that you from certain things yang out of your normal, then you buat, you akan rasa macam, there are two, whether you can do it or you cannot do it. Then if let's say you're doing it, you success in doing it, so that means you are good in certain things. So you have to what do you call it, in education you are in this line, but in working you are in this line. So it's actually a combo. It's good actually. Okay. So what else? As I mentioned just now, don't limit yourself. Please allow yourself, give chance to yourself in terms the opportunity that have outside there. And also another questions that the panel always asks is actually, where do you see yourself? What you want to be, or what kind of challenging that you are looking for. So for these questions, you don't answer that, you only look for office work, I only look for admin work. Don't try to sell or try to impress the panel interviewer that you are ready in any kind of situation, you are ready in any kind of task been given you, because you are fresh grad, you don't have any commitment, your what do you call it, your mind is actually apa orang kata, bukan blank, but masih kosong, which the employer can give you more and more and more information, more and more tasks, so that you try to deliver. Sebab kalau you dah kerja lama, you got a lot of commitment, you got a lot of meetings, or you got a lot of meetings to attend, you got a lot of decisions that you want to make. So just give a confidence to the panel interviewer that you a kind of person yang worth to be hired, and you can and also the panel is actually can rely on you, so that you tell the interviewer that you can give all out. whatever task been given. All right. What else I want to share? In terms of convincing in English, as I said lah, it actually comes from you. Try to talk as much as possible in English with your friends. Let's say you ada interview dia 2 minggu akan datang, 2-3 minggu akan datang ke, just read a lot. Kalau suka menyanyi, then sing a lot, but in English. Okay? Try to use a lot English in your communication. Beli makcik nasi lemak pun cakap bahasa Inggeris, it's okay what? Okay? I have no sharing lagi unless you have a questions.
Madam, saya ada
Yes.
soalan. Ni daripada saya sendiri lah, pengalaman personal sendiri.
Okay.
Okay, sebab biasalah macam saya sendiri sebelum ni pernah ada pengalaman bila interview, bila ditanyakan soalan, saya memang betul-betul tak tahu. So, is it okay to say that kita tak tahu ataupun kita okay kalau kita just made up jawapan dia?
Soalan, is it related to your study ke atau work related ke atau apa?
Work related lah kalau ikut konteks.
Okay, let's say I interview one of the candidate for HR position. Example, okay, this person is actually HR generalist, tapi dia more to talent management. So when the panel asks about payroll or operations, benda yang dia tak buat, yes, you need to be sincere telling that, you know, you not much but you need to, jangan kata terus tak tahu, just don't just cut off like that, but you need to explain that, you know, for the past few years of experience, you never been exposed to in this kind of role, especially in payroll. So I don't have, or you know, I don't have an experience in preparing, or you know, get the approval for the payroll or everything. So that one, yes, you can say that you don't have, but don't like cut off, say tak tahu, but you need to elaborate why you tak tahu. No need until the panel ask, kenapa you tak tahu? Tak payah. So you need to, the actually during the interview ni, there is a storyline. Maksudnya the storyline, jangan cerita yang macam sesat ke depan, sesat ke belakang, so panel akan bercelaru. So how to answer, you cakap macam tu, because since from the beginning of your career, you never been exposed to this kind of role, thus you know, you don't have any experience, but let's say you muda, katalah you, I believe you muda lagi lah kan, then you nak masuk untuk, katalah company tu memang perlukan seseorang yang memang ada untuk buat benda tu, then you have to tell, then it's advisable for you to share with the panel that you are ready to take up. Sebab you nak expose you punya, you nak enhance you punya experience, you nak expose you punya experience, then you cakap you are ready to take up. That one boleh.
Alright. Ataupun untuk lepas ni mungkin Madam boleh share contoh macam contoh bakal pekerja yang panel nak and yang panel rasa macam tak boleh nak masuk dalam kita punya ni. Mungkin Madam boleh bagi contoh macam mungkin dari segi teknik percakapan kandidat tu sendiri ke, ataupun daripada tahap bahasa kandidat sendiri tu ke, macam mana panel nak tengok?
Okay, nak jawab ni actually semua tadi ada explain, tak apa. Dia macam ni. Yang penting kita panel suka atau interest dengan kandidat yang ada confident. Voice tone kena jelas. So kalau, and then your knowledge tu maksudnya kalau kita nak ambil someone from the finance or from the IT background, kalau I tanya you about the Python ke apa ke, kalau you tak boleh, you cannot answer on that, then macam something wrong. So that one is already like, you know, reduce the points. And then in terms of kalau nak tanya pasal tips, yang penting sekali how to secure job is actually you must be prepared. Tu je my advice. Prepared in the sense that not only your knowledge but also kita akan tanya you certain panel kan, dia akan tanya you, let's say we're talking about risk management position. Walaupun you junior, fresh grad, kita nak letak you dalam risk management position. Tapi kalau you not know about what's going on in the economic, what is going on in the market or whatever. So itu pun dah minus tu. Dah tak ada plus point dah dekat situ. So kita benda the job, that's why when it comes to ni, what are the jobs that you're looking for? So how to secure the jobs tu, you kena faham dengan your knowledge kena strong, and then you kena faham job tu untuk apa. Giving an example for the I've been interviewed this one lady. Dia belajar actuaries. It's actually I like to give the actuaries punya example because it's just recently for the fresh grad because he's looking for an internship. And then the actuaries is actually what they study is actually more towards insurance, okay? The calculation ke apa ke, regression semua tu untuk insurance. But you are actually being invited to an interview with the bank. Bila kita tanya soalan, your preference, you nak pergi kerja dekat insurance ke dekat bank, bila you jawab, oh I nak kerja dekat insurance. So for us, you're wasting our time. You're wasting the panel's time. So sometimes it's good to share your interest, tapi macam tak kena. You say tak kena meaning you dah masuk interview dengan bank, you just mention that, simpan sikit you punya interest tu, jangan tunjuk sangat you memang I die also I want to kerja dekat insurance. Jangan tunjukkan sangat, tapi you cakap if given the opportunity, I would love to work with the bank also. Something like that. Jangan terus kata, oh tak, I nak kerja dekat insurance. Oh, so benda tu dah macam cut. Dah tak boleh dah. Okay, dah. That's my tips lah. Okay.
Alright, soalan berkaitan dengan adakah kalau interview dengan pihak bank memang semua akan bahasa Inggeris ke ataupun certain bank?
I rasa semua.
Semua.
I rasa semua. I tak represent bank lain tapi I rasa semua.
So kepada penonton kita yang akan berinterview dengan pihak bank, boleh bersedia awal-awal lah. Bersedia awal-awal. Okay, saya ada satu soalan berkaitan dengan stigma sikit lah. And dia macam banyaklah orang cakap, kenapa nak interview semangatlah bahasa Inggeris sedangkan kerja kat Malaysia je, kenapa tak guna bahasa Melayu je, bahasa kebangsaan kita sendiri. Ada yang mainkan perkara macam tu. Jadi mungkin apa pandangan Madam sendiri tentang stigma yang macam ni, kenyataan yang macam ni?
Tak lah, dia macam ni lah. You can have your own opinion. Maksudnya yang orang yang kata dia mati-mati kata I don't care, I want to use bahasa kebangsaan saya. Boleh, tak ada masalah. But still at the end of the day, the choice is actually the employer. Okay, the employer. Kalau as I said, you punya interest ke, you punya pegangan hidup you ke, sometimes you kena simpan sikit. Kalau you nak kerja lah, you boleh buat. Kalau you can have that kind of semangat. It's very good. But somehow the culture, the market is like that. You pergi kat mana-mana pun, I think most of the ni guna bahasa Inggeris. Bahasa Inggeris tu macam is already a common dekat mana-mana pun. So kalau kita je yang macam guna bahasa Melayu, rasa macam, bukanlah maksud tak boleh, tapi dia macam macam mana so, kita pun memang bahasa Inggeris semua. Kita punya emails, WhatsApp, kalau WhatsApp yang bukan informal punya kita tak, tapi the rest is actually in English. We face some of the candidates tu kan, dia memang kita ambil dia juga sebab kita rasa dia macam boleh blend into our culture. Tapi at the end of the day, the candidate itself finds that it's very difficult sebab dia try to communicate Tapi dia kata macam susahnya. So boleh, doesn't mean that tak boleh, tapi it is good, let's say you have balance. BM pun boleh, bahasa Inggeris pun boleh, sebab ada juga kita punya product presentation kita. Give you an example you kena multitask lah. It doesn't mean that bila I cakap bahasa Inggeris so you kena all in English. No. What I mean is you kena balance. Kita ada presentation to the government, kita buat bahasa Melayu, kita tak akan buat bahasa Inggeris. So ada certain language tu kita pun kena pandai guna, kena pandai tweak the choice of words yang kita nak guna. So dia balance, dia kena dua-dua. Cumanya during the interview tu most of the panel use English as the medium of communication. Tapi bila dah masuk dalam kerja tu, depends. Kalau you a product owner of certain product and you need to prepare a presentation, let's say presentation to the government untuk siapa? Ahli-ahli pencen askar ke, siapa-siapa yang tahu produk bank Muamalat lah So yang tu memang kita kena guna bahasa Melayu, dek. Memang kena guna bahasa Melayu. And bahasa Melayu yang simple, yang orang kata bukan terlalu jargon sangat lah. Depends on the market. So this is where we want to see you punya you punya flexibility. You see, kalau hari ni I kena present dekat corporate, I nak kena present my product to Petronas. Give me an example. Kita punya produk kan, kita ada home financing apa semua tu. So I nak present to the corporate finance. Corporate like Petronas tu. Yang tu you have to use English. Let's say kalau you nak guna tu tiba-tiba assignment bos kasih suruh you present untuk nak present dekat Petronas ke, yang bank-bank besar atau yang organisation besar ke, how you want to tukar balik, nak tweak balik. So sebab kita dah tahu you bahasa Melayu is very very good, so you want to see in English pula, something like that. Okay.
Alright, for the next question, ni menarik juga ni. Kalau kita berselisih pendapat dengan interviewer, tu macam mana nak handle situation tu supaya tak effect?
Tak berseberangan.
Lebih kurang macam tu. Ada perselisihan lah. So macam dah start nak debate tu. So how to handle?
Ini dominant plus dominant. Dominant candidate plus dominant panel interviewer. It happen actually. Tapi most of the time kalau dengan student ni tak sangat lah. Fresh grad ni tak sangat lah. Debate tu dia ada bukan certain issue, macam ada benda yang nak debatekan tu mungkin general knowledge. Let's say kita cerita pasal, katalah kadang-kadang panel ni dia suka juga tanya benda yang out of work related. Kita nak tengok you punya thoughts macam mana dia punya idea tu macam mana dan kita akan start talking about economic ke, we start talking about politics ke. Bila masuk dua ni memang akan ada, tapi for us we take it as a fruitful punya discussion. Janganlah sampai orang kata hentak-hentak meja kan. No lah kan. You have your own thoughts, the panel also have own thoughts. So bila dua-dua ni kita akan nampak, actually dari situ kita boleh tahu you punya ni is someone yang full of knowledge. Bukan setakat buku je, yang benda luar daripada yang academic pun you all pick up, you all knowledgeable on that. So bila kita argue doesn't mean that kita fight ke atau kita ni ke, tapi actually it's a fruitful punya argument. So masing-masing boleh bagi pendapat masing-masing, and at the end of the day actually kalau you nak tahu orang ni yang kadang-kadang kita suka cari, bukan yang orang yang suka nak cari lawan, tak. Orang yang suka debate tu menyebabkan kita akan berfikir. So sometimes kita have one view. Bila orang bagi pendapat in the different view, kita akan mula berfikir balik. Betul juga, something like that. So sometimes we are looking this kind of candidate sebenarnya. Tapi tak ramai. Memang I tell you tak ramai. Nak debate benda lain ramai. Nak menegakkan benda lain banyak. Tapi but not the orang kata yang academically punya lah.
So kiranya kalau contohlah ada situasi yang berdebate tentang ekonomi atau politik, so maksudnya tak ada, kiranya panel tak tengok, maksudnya macam tak ada betul, tak ada salah lah kan?
Yes, dia tak ada betul, tak ada salah.
Yeah.
It's just an opinion. Itu your opinion, and then panel mungkin dia ada dia punya opinion. But make sure that benda tu macam relevant lah. Contohnya kalau macam, janganlah orang katalah goal sekarang turun ke tu kan. Tapi dia punya fakta tu macam other way round lah. Tu memang salah-salah sangat tu, memang panel tak terima lah. Macam tu lah. Tapi kita takkan cakap lah. But the way that you debate tu kita macam impress lah. See, someone yang boleh outspoken. Bila outspoken, sebab sekarang ni I tengok student yang datang interview reserve, terlalu reserve. Jadi susah. So kita work in a like bank is not it's not really fast paced, tapi still kita laju. Bila kita laju, kalau sebab bila nak masuk dalam dunia pekerjaan, you punya majikan atau you supervisor tak ada masa nak spoon feed. Mungkin masa students, lecturer semua bagi kat you all kan, bagi slides, bagi notes, bagi tips, bagi semualah. Jadi you absorb je semua. Tapi bila you dah masuk dalam dunia pekerjaan, kalau you tak ready mentally, physically, you find yourself difficult. Sebab kita kadang-kadang, like myself, I ada 2 interns dengan I sekarang. Throughout the year, I memang sentiasa ada 2 interns. So I can see my interns ni ada yang memang, I suka ambil lelaki sebab dia cepat. Kalau perempuan ni dia lambat sikit nak adapt, malu dia ada, segan dia ada, bila suruh jumpa orang luar, malu. Jadi itu susah sikit. Kadang-kadang kalau you nak bekerja, especially dekat organisasi besar, you kena ready. Ready tu maksudnya, bos suruh apa je aku pergi. Suruh jumpa ni je aku pergi. Sometimes my intern pun I suruh diorang at their level discuss dengan section head. That's I get expose them. Tapi masa interview tu I memang cakap betul-betul lah. Not easy. It's not easy lah. Something is not easy lah. But at the end of the day, you will feel that, you know, there's something yang you learn a lot. You jumpa orang, you dah boleh bercakap. Daripada you senyap sangat, you dah boleh bercakap. You dah boleh make decision. Even some of the certain thing tu, I cakap, can you call the candidate? Then you see what is the candidate's response. Then you get back to me. So they're manageable on that, even though they are only an intern. So something like that.
Alright. Untuk soalan seterusnya ni macam sebab saya sendiri pun ada pemikiran yang macam ni. Okay. Contohlah kalau saya sendiri, ni contoh situasi, saya nak interview dan saya yang belakang-belakang lah. So bila tengok ada yang keluar cepat, ada yang keluar lambat. Jadi kalau persepsi saya, yang saya fikir bahawa yang keluar lambat ni mesti lama, mesti perform sebab panel mesti interested nak tahu more and more. And yang keluar cepat ni mesti macam panel rasa boring ke, rasa macam tak boleh lah ni, so kita habiskan. Adakah apa yang saya fikir tu betul?
I can say yes and no. It's a yes and no. Yes, kadang-kadang tu as I said lah, dia bila kita interview tu, dia bila ada chemistry, contohlah kan, tell me about yourself tadi kan, then you cerita, you know, you suka main, katalah you suka main rugby. Okay? And all of a sudden, you tahu tak yang panel tu pun memang a rugby player. Dia jadi macam tu lah. Okay? Dia dah macam ada same interest. Bila dah ada same interest, plus pula perform, dia boleh can carry him or herself during the interview session. Lepas tu ada same interest pula. At the end of this interview session tu dia akan jadi casual macam tadi I cakap tu kan. Bila jadi casual tu yang last hari tu you main dekat mana? I main group mana? Dia jadi macam tu. Bila jadi casual tu dia akan keluar lah bahasa Melayu ke apalah, semua akan keluar. So bila jadi macam tu dia akan lengthy lah sikit. Lengthy sikit. That's why I cakap you punya presence masa you mula-mula masuk tu interview room tu, kita dah tengok dah, kita dah boleh touch dah. Yang ni yes, yang ni no. Depends on the position lah. Yang ni I rasa boleh. Sebab kita dapat you punya CV je. On paper tu, I can tell you, you all tulis macam-macam. Ya Allah, to the moon semua you all tulis. Tapi sometimes jangan terlalu, don't oversell. Sebab kadang-kadang yang you tulis tu kita akan tanya, yang ni you buat apa Yang ni what are you doing with this? Okay, tell me how do you how do you manage to get until ni? Sebab you tulis, katalah you tulis dekat CV tu achievement semua tu kan. Then kita akan tanya benda-benda tu semua. So don't, something yang you rasa tak confident, yang you rasa not so into you, jangan letak. Better jangan letak. So, panel akan tanya. Itu yang macam tadi you ada tanya question, you akan blank, tak tahu nak jawab. Mungkin juga sebab mungkin benda tu you tak buat. Tapi you nak nampak impress, CV you tu nampak cantik, panjang. Itu makan diri namanya tu. Makan diri namanya tu. So kalau back to your question, kalau sekejap tu, as I said, yes and no lah. Doesn't mean that, mungkin ada panel yang akan kata, oh I'm okay, no further questions. Dia okay je. So pendek lah. As I said macam 30 minit atau 45 minit. Dia akan jadi lengthy kalau more than an hour. Dan kadang-kadang you akan rasa kalau you tengah menunggu tu, you akan rasa sakit hati pula kalau yang dalam tu gelak ketawa kan. Lagi you rasa macam, hai gelak pula kat dalam tu kan. Lagi you rasa nervous kan. Macam tu lah. So don't copy yourself into orang lain. So just be yourself. Just cerita macam tu je lah. So to answer that one is actually yes and no.
And seterusnya dekat selalu kan macam pelajar-pelajar sekolah pun pernah ada join mock interview. Jadi masa tu adalah macam sharing macam mana nak macam tips-tips nak interview. And selalunya yang saya dengar, kalau panel bertanya tentang do you have any question? So
yes.
Okay, kalau betul-betul kita tak ada soalan kepada panel, kita akan cakap no, ataupun kena tanya juga.
It is good. Okay, it's a plus point kalau you ada questions. Kalau tak ada tu, depends on the situation. Sebab, okay, contohnya, kalau saya dalam satu hari tu, saya kena jumpa, katalah kena jumpa 100 orang. So, it's very exhausted already. Kalau tak ada tu, we all like, Alhamdulillah tak ada soalan. Something like that lah. Dia ada banyak situation sebenarnya. Okay, katalah that particular position, you nak apply for syariah. Okay, audit lah senang kita ambil Katalah you nak apply for junior audit position. So kalau, because that one is very specific position kan. Tapi kalau you, bila kita tanya macam tu, panel tanya macam tu, you kata tak ada, will be a bit weird. Unless kalau panel tu dah cerita macam-macam. Meaning to say, katalah panel dah cerita about the org chart, the structure of the department in general. Okay, in general maknanya katalah okay, internal division we have about 40 and then sekian apa subsection dia. So kalau the panel, so that's why sometimes you need to alert jugalah Let's say panel cuma cerita macam tu je. So kalau you panel tanya ada question tak, then you kata no, panel akan macam ada minus point sikit tu. Maknanya you tak go into deeper. You nanti report kat siapa, how big is your team. See, it's actually okay to ask about related to your job. You need to ask actually. Related to your job. Contohnya, okay, where am I going to be placed? Under what section? Under what section or under what department? And I'll be reporting to who? So let's say dalam panel tu ada you punya so-called your supervisor ke, then the panel would say, oh, you'll be reporting to me. Oh, hello. Then you can say like that again. No problem. And then then the panel will cakap, you'll be reporting to me and I'm expecting you to do this. Or you can ask, okay, for the first 1 month, what is your expectation towards me? You see? All these things actually you can Google. Banyak je, cuma must be related to. Janganlah Google terlebih pula. Benda yang tak ada related, you tanya soalan macam pening pula panel nak menjawab. Something like that lah. The related to you punya job atau whatever that is actually vacant yang you apply. For the job that you apply. So tanya, at least tanya 1 or 2 lah. But it is improper to tanya how much you can pay me. It is improper. It is improper. Okay.
So let's say macam soalan yang mungkin keluar sikit daripada konteks kerja ke, so okey ke?
Contoh?
Contoh macam macam mana contoh macam kita interview berkaitan dengan bank lah, contoh sebab madam sendiri pun daripada bank.
Okay.
And suddenly kita tanya apa pandangan tuan tentang politik di Malaysia sekarang. So is it
Try
okay
not to,
or
no. Try not to get opinion in terms of the politics, because politics is a very sensitive issues. Try not to ask questions that related to sensitivity people, races, politics. Nak tanya pasal what would happen into the economic with this pandemic, mungkin general, boleh. But not specific into politics, kenapa ni, kenapa bajet tak approve lambat, whatever, no. Racist pun no. Try not to.
alright,
But in
jadi saya rasa
okay.
ke madam ada nak sambung ke?
Oh tak. I'm waiting for questions.
Jadi saya rasa sebab sebenarnya banyak dah sebenarnya useful info yang madam dah share
Okay.
yang slot pagi ni.
Okay.
Mungkin sebelum kita berakhir, mungkin madam boleh share powerful tips untuk future candidate untuk interview ni, terutama dalam konteks kita iaitu dalam interview in English. So mungkin madam boleh share last tip.
Okay. I would like to emphasize again that you need to be confident in terms of communicate in English. Prepare yourself. Make sure that you equip yourself with all the knowledge, regardless knowledge that regardless of whatever knowledge must be related to what you are studying, and also the company that you are looking for. If you are looking for a bank, or you have an opportunity being called for an interview for a certain company, make sure that you study about the company, understand about the function, understand about the industry. Because some of the panel interviewer will ask about the economic, or the industry itself in Malaysia, in the bigger role. We just want to see your ideas, so get as much as possible knowledge. What else? And then make sure that you prepare yourself. Your presence is actually important. The way that you walk, everything, the way that you wear on during that day is also important. I know nowadays kita banyak buat Zoom platform, interview using Zoom platform. Still, make sure that you are presentable, that you don't even though you are at home or anywhere, be presentable. Then make sure that you whatever medium that you are using, the internet, whatever platform that you're using, is actually stable. And again, I would like to emphasize that be confident, be yourself during the interview, and from there it automatically can build your confidence level in terms of convincing English during your interview session. That's all from me. So thank you so much.
Madam, jadi
Hopefully
yang
fruitful session today.
jadi saya nak tambah last, be confident. Tu yang
Yes,
penting untuk semua.
yes.
Candidate. Alright, thank you very much. Saya ucapkan kepada Madam Zeti atas perkongsian beliau sebentar tadi yang sangat-sangat berguna untuk diaplikasikan lebih-lebih lagi bagi para graduan yang akan menjalani sesi interview untuk membina kejayaan mereka. Terima kasih sekali lagi saya ucapkan kepada Madam.
Yes, thank you so much for the invitation for the session, and I wish all the best to all the students, UPM students. Thank you so much.
Baiklah, bagi para penonton semua, jika anda masih lagi belum mendaftar, jangan risau, masih lagi belum terlambat untuk mendaftar di link yang terdapat di page FB CEM UPM untuk mendapatkan e-certificate serta merit bagi pelajar UPM. Jangan lupa temu janji kita yang seterusnya, iaitu pada slot Get Lead on LinkedIn yang akan disampaikan oleh Encik Koh Moihan, iaitu Principal Consultant Dynamics Consulting pada jam 3 petang di Facebook Live CEM UPM. Sambil-sambil itu, jangan lupa like dan share FB page CEM UPM untuk dapatkan info-info penting berkaitan program ini. Stay safe, stay at home, kita jaga kita. Jumpa lagi di slot yang seterusnya. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.